guys, how's it going? Marcelo here.
And Weston.
And welcome to yet another episode of Trash Talk, the penultimate episode of Arc 5.
Hey, Marcelo, I had a question.
Yeah.
Is this a new couch?
Oh, that's right. This is the first episode that you get to be in here in my location with our new couch.
Yeah. I think I'm the last person.
Yeah, Chase and Jeremiah both
have beat me to the couch.
So
it all started here with me and you, and yet I'm the last person to sit my ass here.
On the new one. But that's really the only good thing that's going to happen with you and me here on this couch for this episode.
And hey, but another good thing we could say, we finally get to live up our name to Trash Talk. Because
Once again, yes.
Yeah, because in this particular episode, we're not covering any good game here.
Oh, you saw the title of this video, so.
Yep. We're dealing with Bomberman 0.
Act 0.
Who cares this shit anyway?
Cover once more. See that? Can you see it? Oh, we'll go over it later. Trust me. It's oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Go ahead. What about this game? Just one.
All right. Well, in summary form, the game was developed in 2006 by Hudson Soft and published by Konami. And then any added stuff?
Well, the fact that Hudson Soft is the one that made Mario Parties 1 through 8, and those were pretty good games for what they were worth. I'm also pretty sure that Hudson Soft was part of the Bomberman series from the get-go, I want to say. If not, then you can correct us on that, but point being, this is yet another reboot in this arc, and it's not a good reboot.
Yeah, this is kind of just the way things were back in the mid-2000s. Especially during 2006, I could say that 2006 was kind of a year for games. It was kind of doing what especially comic book movies were doing back in the day, where they had to be dark and gritty,
full of angst
and full of angst. But like Daredevil is kind of a prime example of that. It did not do it right, and we would have to wait until The Dark Knight in 2008, 2 years later, until we actually got a good, really angsty movie. That was actually legitimately good.
Point being that everyone was trying to mimic, you know, what were the games and movies that first started the whole dark angsty trend?
I'm not
what
really
would you say?
Sure.
We can put up some examples if I can find some, but
yeah, we'll have them right here.
But with that being said, I mean,
but we're not here to talk about movies. We're here to talk about this shit of a game.
Jesus Christ. Okay, story. Do you even remember the story? We never really watched the cutscene, did we? So get this.
I did read the cutscene.
Oh, you did?
Okay, so apparently, what's the story to regular Bomberman? Not this one, but regular Bomberman.
Oh yeah, by the way.
What's the story?
We have it for comparison purposes. Now, here's the thing. Before you get into that, we actually did do our last reboot justice. I think it was what, Legend of Spyro or something?
Yeah.
Alright, sorry for that. So for comparison's sake, I think we did the last reboot justice. Well, no, not the one we were in, Spyro, where we had you also play original Spyro, and then we did Legend of Spyro. We do not own any of the regular puzzle-esque Bomberman games. The one we do own is one of the first 3D platformers for Bomberman on N64, Bomberman Hero.
But since it is 3D, like Bomberman Act Zero, we felt that it would be the perfect comparison.
And with it being actual traditional Bomberman, I mean, in terms of the look and all that.
I mean, look how cute Bomberman is. He just looks so cute and adorable. But then, he's going through his awkward teenage years where everything's all dark and gloomy. And he's just like, I hate my life, even though I have all the comforts of my world. It's just like, it's not enough. I have to become dark and gritty like Call of Duty.
Perfect, there we go. Call of Duty kind of started that trend. For games of like the darker, grittier, we have to have war stories and all that. Which granted, they did use actual wars for those kinds of stories. When the series started out, but every other game had to mimic that style around this time. Did you realize, for those who may not know, it's an Xbox 360 exclusive? I bought this! This is the only Xbox 360 game I'm ever gonna buy, and it's fucking Bomberman. I didn't hit your foot, did I? Okay. What's the story?
Okay, so I was gonna ask you, what's the story for regular Bomberman?
I actually don't really know. I think they just go around bombing each other. I don't know, to be honest.
In this one, they're military experiments. Synthetically grown human beings that are put into a test facility underground to pretty much test them and then send them out into the World War.
The World War. No,
yeah.
Not, unlike Call of Duty, not actually World War I or II, but it's just the World War. But when we first saw that, I was like, oh,
no.
What? It's a little touchy there, game, using the name for a war that actually was used in real life.
Used in real life, that happened in real life.
That's what I'm saying. That it was, yeah. But you get what I'm saying. It's a no-no. You don't.
Yeah, and it's just what the hell. This is like, do we really need this backstory? It's like, no, we have to make it sound grittier and a lot more tough. Like, oh, it's taking place during a hard World War, so we had to rely on synthetic human beings and turn them into Bomberman. Just the name of the game does not work for gritty shooters. Like, what's your gritty shooter's name? Bomberman.
Bomberman. Wait, you mean that cute little guy that had
we changed his design to where he's all awesome and badass and all that shit, except he's not.
Except he's not.
No.
So that story, there really kind of is none, except that what there is stupid.
It's idiotic.
So gameplay. We have a lot to say about the gameplay. Let me also.
Oh wait, hold on. Do you like repetitiveness and
repetition?
Do you like repetition? Damn it. Fuck. Well, anyway, you're gonna get it here. You're gonna get a lot of fucking repetition here because it's the same shit over and over again. Over and over again.
Let me also say real quick before we really get into this, because trust me, we're really gonna tear this apart. This particular aspect of the game. We did not set our timer again, so we have to really make sure. We don't want like a 49.5, episode 49.5 to happen. But we'll try and keep it concise and short, but we're going to talk a lot about it at the same time. So, there's only 2 modes for single player, and they both are the exact same shit. What was it called? Something battle, something or other?
Battle Royale?
No.
But no, it was Battle Royal.
Battle Royal.
That's not how you use that word. It's Battle Royale for a reason.
But that's not even the single player mode. We never even saw that mode already.
No, we played it. It's just basically the same shit where, except of having a life bar, you just die in one hit. And you're fighting with someone that's exactly like you. Instead of with reduced health.
Because there's the first option you'll see that's for single player, which is the camera zoomed in, you can move the camera and then you just play. Then there's the other single player mode, which is the exact same thing, but the camera's fixed in a more top-down, full view position of the entire arena. So I guess like classic Bomberman?
Except why? And then, there's also online multiplayer. Or there was, as you guys all know, the Xbox 360 discontinued, which means it is no more. Which means even if you could play online multiplayer, but by the way, who would actually have this game?
You
can't play multiplayer anymore. Because Xbox 360 is now discontinued.
Not even that. There's no local multiplayer, so it's only online. Up to 8 players, hey, but you know.
Hey, do you guys like only online games?
Can't.
Like Destiny? Yeah, this was one of the first games to fucking do that.
Well, because here's the thing, if you want to what was that face?
I don't know.
If you want to talk a good game that's mostly online multiplayer centric, we actually went over it once. Splatoon did it really well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And even when the fucking internet for the Wii U gets cut and discontinued in another like 3 or 4 years, you'll still have some. Okay, again, not a whole lot of content for Splatoon. The single player, sure. At least it has local multiplayer, even though it's not that great. You can always, number 1, fix it. Number 2, at least it's there. Bomberman Act Zero does not even have local multiplayer, which sucks. Because here's the one thing, I'm gonna be actually kind of more optimistic with this. It could get kind of fun if you're dicking around with friends doing local multiplayer, trying to find each other and bomb each other. But then again, for this kind of game, this game shouldn't be the one to really do what. If you want to play Bomberman, this is the point I'm trying to make. If you want to play Bomberman with friends, would this be the first one you would want to play?
I don't think so. No. I would want to play cute little Bomberman, not dark, mature, dark, gritty Bomberman.
Not even 2 fingers, you're just using your entire hand for those quotes.
That's how big these quotes are.
That's my God. That's the way you bold them?
Yeah, it's just
bold
like,
air quotes.
Just add more. So, now let's just talk about the box cover and aesthetics.
We actually didn't go over the gameplay.
Oh.
We talked about modes, we didn't go over gameplay.
Here's power-ups.
Okay. And
they're basically as generic as can be. You can now fire more than one bomb. Cool. You now get to move faster. Cool. Okay. You now get, now your bombs cause fire damage, but my bomb's gonna kill you anyway.
Everything goes by tiles, which, granted, is also a thing in the original Bomberman. So, with that being said, yeah, some power-ups like up your fire by a tile, you know, so there's that. I don't know how far that can go up to for longer blasts and all that, but it's essentially the same gameplay as regular Bomberman, but well, from gameplay we've seen, because again, we haven't played, this is a platformer, this isn't the traditional Bomberman, so to speak. So because we haven't played traditional puzzle-based Bomberman, from what we've seen gameplay-wise in those games, they seem to be more action-packed, more fast-paced, more chaotic, more frantic. This is just, it's slower, it's clunkier, not a lot's happening on the screen.
Yeah, and then plus you don't, like, sometimes the AI, especially in one of the modes, will kill itself because it's so stupid.
Yeah, you can't even, the difficulty doesn't bump up until like level 7 or 8, and that's only because they introduced a purple Bomberman guy whose blasts are fucking tall and long with the
he also gets to spam bombs everywhere, so like spam. Just 5 bombs at one point.
The radius is like crazy on those bombs for that guy. Yeah. So now that's where the difficulty starts to kick up.
So that's not what I would call a difficulty, that's just called being cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's just ramping up the difficulty to make it unfair. Difficulty is where it's hard, but it's fair.
Still doable.
It's still doable. It's just that it's challenging because, you know, it's actually challenging. They designed it in a way to where it's challenging, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Here, it's just cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just gonna spam my super powerful grenades everywhere, and then you don't have a chance. That's a difference between difficulty and cheap. To me. So.
Cause it's not even like the AI, like, besides those cheap ass guys, the regular guys, it's not like they have like their mission is to find you and kill you. They're not just digging around in the corner until you go and find them, and then
it's like, this idiot just trapped himself in a corner, might as well kill him.
But when you try to place bombs sometimes, they don't have to do much, they'll just hide in the corner where they know they won't get hit. And they'll keep going until you place another bomb, and then they'll stop and try to find a place to it's really slow, it's really boring.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Because the AI sucks. That's what I was saying. If it was local multiplayer and you had friends and knew what they were fucking doing and weren't dumb, then it could be a little more fun. But again, this wouldn't be the first game you want to play if you want to play a Bomberman multiplayer game.
Yeah.
So, also, I'm not sure what they are. I think they're just regular block tile things in the classic Bomberman games. But those, like, blocks that act as walls that you cannot bomb, in this game are like weird electrical generator looking things.
Yeah.
Dark and gritty, whatever. But what he was saying, the enemies can get crushed, the AI can get crushed, because every so often, if you're in the outskirts near the border of the arenas,
and you've been playing for quite a while because the AI just won't die.
More tiles will come in. And they'll fall from the sky. Yeah.
And then like sometimes the AI will just stand there and be like, "Hi, Mr. Block."
Boom! Crush, dead, you won.
And then they're dead. And it's like, wow, I did not, like, you don't feel like, wow, that was an achievement I earned, just like, oh, thank God.
The arena killed him, not me.
Yeah, so, I don't, even for the game story, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, you're supposed to kill the other ones, not for them to kill them for you.
From what we've seen, since, again, okay, now there is no campaign mode, there's no story mode, so it's just single player against AI. Now, whether or not you have to get to a certain point, like Pac-Man, to activate certain cutscenes that kind of progress things along.
But from what we've seen, that's not the case.
Unless that's what happens, then there's nothing else.
There's nothing to lead us to believe that there's anything like that.
So the story, as far as we're concerned, or at least as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even tie into the gameplay, or the game for that matter. They just gave some bullshit thing as to why everything was dark and gritty, which for Bomberman does not make sense. So the presentation at the same time, we'll get into the action and aesthetics. So, do you want to do box art or aesthetics first?
Let's do box art because we already have the box.
So here,
Look at that stellar design for Bomberman.
Redesign.
Doesn't he look awesome and cool? More like generic and boring.
I don't understand. I don't understand. He looks like Iron Man. He was a little chess piece.
Yeah, except that, and then plus for some reason he has like chains. Like, why does he have fucking chains? It's like, well, dark and gritty, that's why. Chains are dark and gritty. And then for some reason he kind of has like this weird robotic hand, which is...
this big ass, huge robotic hand.
Which I don't get.
Naturally we made jokes about that, but you know, I don't get it.
I mean, what does he do with that? I guess, is that the one that plants bombs? That doesn't really, I don't really get it.
It might be, I don't know.
Now, oh yeah, and then, by the way, Captain Codpiece over here.
That's right! No, save that for characters. Save it for characters. It'll play into this, that is, but we're gonna save it for characters.
Yes.
Because trust us. Oh, you have a lot to say about that.
Yes.
So we'll get there.
I do. And then, we gotta actually have, like, explosions to it. Look at all these explosions, guys.
Michael Bay it.
Michael Bay the shit out of it, even before Michael Bay was around.
To really, like, yeah.
This was pre-Michael Bay.
To gain the infamy he has
and then just
now.
add, just, like, dark and gritty text, like, Bomberman, Act Zero. For some reason, they were inspired by Resident Evil. But a much better dark and gritty game because it was actually meant to be dark and gritty, not fucking Bomberman.
Also, if you want to talk box art design, it's just him in front of an explosion with other blackness.
Just doing this
explosion. Like. It's not.
This is his pose,
boring.
pretty much like. I need a poop.
It's boring. It's very boring.
Yeah, it's just very.
Oh look, another explosion!
More explosions! Add more explosions!
Get it.
And then it shows you like clips of the game.
It even says Bomberman explodes on Xbox Live. Oh, here's the story. Deep within an experimental underground facility, humans are imprisoned as test subjects and trained to become soldiers. As Bomberman, your objective is simple: destroy your opponents before they destroy you. Now he can hear that well with my low voice. My low voice sucks at reach, so we're gonna have to bump that up and lower the music in order for.
Alright, I can just do it. Here's my low voice.
Low voice.
Deep within an experimental underground facility, humans are imprisoned as test subjects and trained to become soldiers. As Bomberman. Wait, Bomberman? Are you? Just read this. Your objective is simple. Destroy your opponents before they destroy you.
I mean, that's quite literally what the game is.
Yeah, this is like...
Kill or be killed, that's really it, but there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Bomberman never needed... Now, if he does at some point, anyways, because Bomberman's like Mega Man and Sonic in the regard of they just have fuck tons of games.
Yeah.
They just have a shit ton of games. So whether or not there is some real story that got implemented into classic Bomberman at any point, I don't know. But with this story, and with this, okay, so this is clearly the black sheep game of the entire series because of how drastically different it is. So, it's like that weird, awkward guy that got invited to the party and like no one ever really wanted him to show up in the first place.
Like your creeper uncle that's just
invited
like,
himself.
Hi.
Creeper uncle. Oh jeez, I think that's the usual example for that.
Yeah, why are there so many creeper uncles? That's weird. That's just a social note.
Oh, there's 99 stages. Survive through 99 stages as you try to escape the surface.
Really? There are 99 stages? do they all look the same?
Pretty much.
Because I never noticed.
Like the palette changes like a bit. Like you can see some bluer shades in the stages and some redder shades in the stages. But it's
that's it. It's all the same. It's just like, oh, different shade of blue. That's it.
So the aesthetic is all the same. Never really changes. And
you never notice.
Yeah.
Which comes to the soundtrack. It's kind of the same thing with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just what you would expect in a gritty kind of game like this. It's just like, or like.
Here's the thing though. There's only 2 tracks in the entire game.
Actually.
There's only 2 tracks in the entire fucking game.
Actually, no. If you really pay attention to it, there are more than 2 tracks in the game, but you never would fucking know because every track sounds like the fucking same thing. It's either really rockin' heavy metal track or really clubby club dance track.
But nothing's even memorable.
It's not memorable. They all sound too fucking similar, which is why I would say no. When we were playing. Every other time we would play, it was the same metal track.
Yeah, and you were like,
and I was like, what the hell? I've heard this track before. Are they using the same track over again?
Yes.
How? You think I would not notice, game?
But
you're a goddamn moron.
They were lazy. They were really fucking lazy with this game. Characters.
Oh, as I like to. Oh, well, here's some progressive words here. You get to either play as a Bomberman or Bomberwoman. But knowing this game's reputation, they fucked it up. So instead of calling, in fact, I came up with a nickname for them. Just whenever you change genders, you're either
Captain Codpiece.
Well, I was gonna say Battle Dick, Battle Dick, because again, the codpiece here, and. Besides, he also has an exposed ass. If you look at him from behind, his ass is exposed. Or battle tits, because no joke. Whenever like when you go into the character creation, like they have like hookups and stuff all over the body. And guess where the female hookups are? Right in her tits.
But not even just on the tits. It's literally where the nipples would be.
Yeah,
are essentially.
Yeah, so I just said like, oh my god, they actually put nipples on this thing.
It's like the bat suit from Batman and Robin. It's like bad tits and bad ass. Oh, except it's Bomberman tits and Bomberman ass. That's literally what they did here.
Oh, and then for their armor sets, the female one gets like metal plates that barely cover her boobs. By the way, she also has jiggle physics.
Oh,
so every time she moves, she's just like.
Oh, Jesus.
What was that clip? We're gonna play it right now.
Clip.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle boobies, jiggle boob, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle boobs, jiggle progressive dialogue, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Oh, Jesus, god damn it.
And then plus, they also give her a battle thong and high heels, cause that's the woman.
Cause yeah, girl, right?
Is Konami just a bunch of horny virgins? Quick, how would you describe a female? Big tits, they bounce around a lot, battle thong, high heels.
Oh, and don't worry, the woman isn't the only one that's sexualizing this, the man is too.
To all you raging feminists out there, don't worry. The guys have exposed asses and cod pieces.
Abs and shit, like it's like, because the thing is, these are humans like we were just describing and all that, but under all the armor and everything, they have like these metallic full-on body like cover stuffs. So when you see the character select, not so much as creation but select, because there isn't much of a character creation or anything like that, which we'll get into in a little bit, you'll get into, it's all metallic and looking. You can see like the eye holes and you can see like their eyes and like the flesh around their eyes, so they are human, but it's metallic and weird, and then those fucking little clips and hookups and everything, and then it's the actual armor itself.
Oh yeah, by the way, the armor just looks bad. Oh yeah, guess how you get to customize your character?
Here we go.
Just change the color. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna put that in there, why put that in there? It's like, that's just the most bare bone customization out there. And Marcelo doesn't really feel strongly about this as I do, but I like when I play games that highly customize your character. When you get to customize your character, I go way into detail with my character customization because I like designing.
Which we mentioned, well, not in episode 48 per se, but in 48.5, which we did tease from last episode. You'll hear much more about this in terms of token. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm like one of those people that really get into customization in my character and all that, which is partly why I play games like Dark Souls 3 and other stuff like that, because like, you know, you get to make your own character and you get to make it the way you want to. You can either make them look stupid or badass, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just really cool. But to do this, come on guys! Halo 3 has more customization. Call of Duty even has more customization than this.
Call of Duty, of all things, and they don't even try.
You done fucked up if Call of Duty done something better than you do. You done fucked up.
Oh, let me just say too, the fucking narrator girl, you win, congratulations. She is not trying.
She's just like, she sounds
so
bored. Oh yeah, and then the freaking screams in that game.
Oh yeah.
Like the guy goes like, oh! And the girl goes like, oh!
And that's like it.
Oh, and then the battle poses, like whenever you win.
As far as we've seen,
like the same, like the guy actually has like 2 different ones. But from all we've seen, we get like a good shot of her ass and it's like, oh yeah.
And her tits.
And then she's just like, and then her boobs jiggle a little bit. Like,
for a little, yeah.
What is this? Is this Dead or Alive beach volleyball?
Dead or Alive Bomberman edition.
It's not even. It doesn't even look good. She looks like a freaking like alien woman. Just like,
here's the thing, you can't even tell which can go again back into the aesthetics, but we're still talking about characters. You can't sometimes, unless you look at the tits or ass, at the chest or ass region, you can't tell otherwise because of the camera whether or not the AI, because there's not a lot of the AI, is either a Bomberman or a Bomberwoman. But you can't tell otherwise. But design-wise, you can't tell unless you look in those regions, which shouldn't be the way you can fucking tell.
How do you identify that's a woman?
Do they have the tits? Do they have the ass? If so, then great. That's amazing. Because I know that in other Bomberman games, it's all just, like Kirby, it's just Bomberman. With some palette swaps, you know, whatever, but you can at least tell, because it's just the one gender from what I know, and it's just a palette. You can tell because it's a palette. But here, in this Bomberman game, they look too generic and too similar and too just dull to where you can't really tell. It's not inventive, it's not creative, it's not innovative, it adds nothing. The customization is bare bones.
It's bare bones, lazy, they didn't give a shit. It's just because, it's just because in that time frame, dark and gritty is selling, we have to make it dark and gritty. But they obviously did not know how to do it right.
This Bomberman game can, as a whole, be classified as lazy, dumb. The idea and the whole thing behind this reboot and this redesign is dumb and bare bone. That's the main. If you asked us on the street anywhere, since we're saying it now, what we think of this game, bare boned. That's just all you can say about this. It's bare boned. They did enough to just get by as a game, but.
I would also call this a piece of shit.
It is, really.
Yeah, so I don't even really think we need to go into how does it hold up as a reboot. It's shit. It's just shit. There's nothing good about this game.
Nope.
It's just, if you want dark and gritty, there are actually better games that are actually better and dark and gritty. Not because for the sake of being dark and gritty and because, people demand it.
Yeah.
They make it work.
And why would you? It's like taking Mario. Now, okay, let's do this now. Because Mario Strikers came out, I want to say when? 04 or something? 05? Which wasn't far off from when this came out. That's a good way of taking Mario, who's kid-friendly and making it kind of not as dark and gritty, but making it a little grittier for Mario Strikers, and that worked because it's still Mario. The essence is still there. There is no Bomberman essence in this game is the gameplay, and the gameplay like we just described is boring.
Let's do a little experiment here. Is this Bomberman? If the title was not there and it did not scream, "This is Bomberman," would you have any idea that this is a fucking Bomberman game?
Exactly.
No, you
Exactly.
wouldn't. It does not encapsulate everything we know about Bomberman.
So that's really it.
Fuck you.
Verdicts.
1 out of 5. This game is shit.
1 out of 5. Yeah, same thing. 1 out of 5. If
I don't want to even explain this. This game is a piece of shit. It sucks ass. Whoever likes this game, what's wrong with you? I'm insulting people right now, but I don't know if there's anybody with insult because the game is crap.
If my reasoning for 1 out of 5 is that harsh little moments you just had there with the game.
Fuck that game.
If I lost my train of thought. If there were actually some fucking effort in this game, in terms, because again, this idea and everything about this game is stupid, but in terms of actually fucking implementing local multiplayer, and if there were true effort in that, I could see how this could at least become a guilty pleasure for someone. But otherwise, there's nothing that can redeem this game. There's nothing.
No.
So, and I find it really funny how this game is a reboot of a classic cartoon character from the, like, what, 90s or so? And this reboot came out in 2006.
But oddly enough, not a lot of people talk about this game. Because believe it or not, there is a game worse that encapsulates 2006.
To quote Yoda, there is another.
Much fucking worse. And I don't even think we need to even say what it
Oh,
is.
they already fucking know. We're not gonna say it, yeah, but tune in next time.
We're gonna have some
the finale.
Yeah, we're gonna have some real fucking fun there.
Hi, Marcelo.
Fuck you.
That's Wes. And this was Trash Talk. Episode 50.
You murdered my mother.
What?